Hey, what's up guys? It's Flakfire. Battlefield's YouTube channel just published a video highlighting the work they put into making the game's weapons come to life, and it's fantastic. You might be here looking for more information on those guns, and I'm happy to oblige, as well as point out some things you might have missed. For this video, I'm not going to be pointing out weapons that we've already seen in the game's alpha. With that said, let's get started. For this shot, we're looking at a MG15NA, NA standing for Neue Art. We've seen the weapon in one of the game's teasers, but it's important to note that when the weapon kills a soldier, we're told on the screen that the machine gun is suppressed, which is interesting. It also features a low-power scope similar to the one we've seen on the Lewis gun in the game's closed alpha. This soldier getting shot lets his weapon fly into the air, and the profile of it is interesting. It's one we haven't seen before. It most closely matches the Mauser 1916 Selbstlader, or self-loading, which saw limited use in Germany's airship and fixed-wing corps during World War I. The semi-automatic gun featured a 20-round magazine, and reports boast about its accuracy. Only about 1,000 were ever made. Here's a standard German Mauser Gewehr 98. It might be a carbine, we can't tell from this angle, but it does feature some wonderfully detailed roller coaster sights, which were not always found on that gun. These Lucky Dice employees seem to be working with a Maxim machine gun, while this in-game model is actually built after the Vickers machine gun. Just a fun note. This soldier seems to drop a Standschütze Hellriegel, a submachine gun. The weapon could fire from a box magazine or a 160-round drum magazine, which seems to be the case here. The Standschütze Hellriegel is rumored to exist in the game and is water-cooled, and if we look closely at the model here, we see the cooling jacket visible on the barrel of the gun. If you're saying it might be an MP18, that's possible, but the MP18 had a side-mounted magazine, and this one appears directly below it. The weapon in this shot is a Remington Model 8 semi-automatic rifle. Interestingly, the gun's magazine appears to hold 8 rounds, though the factory standard Model 8 only held 5. This could mean DICE has created an extended magazine for the weapon, which actually wouldn't have been that difficult to do since it was fed by a box magazine. Also in the shot, a soldier appears to be using a Granatenwerfer 16 mortar. These were used to lob small, specially designed grenades about 300 meters at the rate of 3 to 4 a minute. It's not clear what class the soldier is, though we would assume he's playing as a support class. This shot features a soldier armed with a Browning Auto 5 shotgun. Germans actually protested the use of shotguns during World War I as creating unnecessary suffering, and here we can see why. I'll put a link on the screen to a video if you're interested in learning more about that whole situation. Here's our first look at the monster Mauser 1918 T-Gewehr in action. It fired a massive 13.2mm round designed to pierce the armor of Entente tanks and other vehicles. It was single shot, and each round had to be hand-loaded, just like the rocket gun in Battlefield 1's alpha. Here's our first glimpse of horses in Battlefield 1's multiplayer. I can't tell what weapon he's using, but regardless, it's there. The tank here is an experimental version which features a mortar built onto the back of it between the horns. We saw this in the game's trailer for the campaign, but this is the first time we've seen it in multiplayer, meaning it's likely to be a vehicle option in the full game. And that's all I've got. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What Did You Miss? And if you did, be sure to leave a like and share on social media like Facebook and Twitter. Also be sure to subscribe, as the new Battlefield trailer is confirmed to be in the works for Gamescom, and you know I'll be breaking it down. Thanks for watching.